How you doing? Doing great. And there you go. She's down. The eagle has landed. That wasn't so bad, was it?
Oh, piece of cake.
Yeah, we should do this again sometime.
Oh, what?
Yeah, with an elevator next time.
Where are my cameras?
Hey, they're right here. You okay?
Thirsty.
Water or...
Water would be great.
Okay, one water coming up.
Thanks.
It's okay?
Mm.
More?
Mm. Thank you.
You hungry?
Do we have anything?
No, nothing edible.
Oh,
I ran out of here so fast.
Don't worry about it.
And I'll go food shopping first thing in the morning.
Forget it. It's fine.
Well, unless you want me to go out right now.
No! Just... Strange.
What?
Being here.
I bet.
I don't want to talk to anybody.
It's Richard.
Not even Richard.
Well, I said to be called when we
Have
landed.
your hands full. We'll understand. Call him in the morning.
What?
That cab driver just now. Oh, God, what a character, wasn't he? What was it you said that cracked us up?
Oh, yeah.
Bottle cap. He meant bottleneck. Bottle cap up ahead. I didn't know what the hell he was talking about.
Me neither.
Reminded me of Tariq.
Oh, yeah?
Did he remind you?
No, I can't say that I did.
Huh. Thank you.
For what?
For everything. For getting me home. For being there.
I wasn't there.
For being there when I woke up. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
So what happens tomorrow?
Errands and stuff. And we sleep in as long as you like.
What else?
Just some errands.
What happens day after that?
Day after that is Doctor's Day. My shrink's at 9, your orthopedist at 1.
Goody.
Yeah, your neuro guy is at 3 something, and then physical therapy at 5.
I'm a real fun date, aren't I?
Maybe. Do the best.
What happens after that?
After that, we put you back together again. Welcome home. I just sent you something.
That's good.
I just sent you another one.
I thought you were working.
I am.
Very funny. This that freelance piece?
Yeah.
What are you calling it?
I don't know, the New Cinema of Horror, or some lame title like that. They'll come up with their own title.
Cinema.
Horror, yeah. How horror movies are a good barometer for the political climate of their day. Like Invasion of the Body Snatchers,
made in the 50s, remade in the 70s, and then that stinker a few years ago. I mean, they're all about xenophobia. And then there's this new brand of horror. It's all about terror and torture. I mean, kids love this stuff. It's the one thing they all have in common is people being punished for having sex.
Well, that's like every horror movie ever made.
Well, exactly, like Janet Leigh in Psycho. I mean, she sleeps with her lover on her lunch hour, so you know she must die.
So, what are you trying to say with this?
Like that, this trend. I mean, teenagers, they see them 3-4 times. I mean, it's cathartic.
Cathartic, or are they just feeding on images of horror?
No, I think that it helps them. I do. I mean, look at the world that these kids are growing up in. It's terror, torture, this constant bombardment of graphic sadism. I mean, it's desensitizing after a while. It loses its impact.
So wait, you're saying it's desensitizing and cathartic?
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, is that even possible? Can something be desensitizing and cathartic at the same time? In order to be able to experience catharsis, they have to be able to feel something, right?
Yeah.
But if they're desensitized, they're numb, right? I mean, isn't that what you're saying?
Uh-huh.
So how can... I don't know, sweetie. I mean, it seems a little... It's good. I think it's really good. But you might want to flesh it out a little more, don't you think? What time did you say he was coming?
He said 4.
I need time to clean myself up.
Now, you know Richard, he's never on time.
Oh, I wish you could have put him off.
I did, for days. You know, he's dying to see you.
The last thing I want to do is chat. Stop! Jamie, honey, please. You're going to have to let me do things myself.
Okay.
Stop staring. It only makes it worse.
Okay, I'm sorry. Oh, that's him. Hey, relax, it's only Richard. Come on up! Okay. Hey!
Boy, am I glad to see you! Oh, thank God you're home.
Yeah.
Some nightmare, huh?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
Is she,
Bathroom.
Come here, sweetie. It's okay.
Oh,
Hi.
hi.
Mandy.
Hi.
Oh, such an honor to meet you finally.
Ah, nice to meet you.
Richard talks about you guys all the time.
Told you about Mandy. Remember, I wrote you.
Yeah, of course.
This is for you, by the way. I didn't know which one to get. Get well soon or welcome home, so I got both.
They're great.
I love your neighborhood.
Oh, yeah? Well, we were here way before it was cool.
Listen, thanks for having me.
Oh, yeah, totally.
We're not going to stay long.
Yeah, we know you guys just got
Just
back.
got back. I know you must be wrecked.
You know, we're glad to see you. We'll see how long she holds up. She started physical therapy the other day.
Oh?
Yeah, really knocks the wind out of her.
Kick us out whenever you want. I just had to see her with my own eyes, you know?
Yeah. Try not to look shocked when you see her.
Oh, no, really?
Honey?
What?
You okay?
Yeah.
Certainly sounds like herself. How was your flight?
Turbulence like you would not believe.
Oh, I hate that.
You know, why those humongous Airbuses don't routinely fall into the sky, I do not know.
I don't either.
You know what I do when I hit that turbulence, that really scary roller coaster kind?
What?
I keep my eye on the flight attendant. I figure as long as she looks cool.
Oh, how'd this one look? Oh, no!
How did Sarah do?
Well, she slept through most of the rough stuff, surprisingly. With the help of a Percocet and 1 or 2 chasers, come to think of it. I mean, getting her from the hospital to the airport.
Physically moving her, you mean?
No, refusing a wheelchair, little things like that. Plus,
God, I can just see it.
yeah, well, plus the bureaucracy. And man, between German efficiency and American incompetence, it was like, it was like they never had flown home a wounded civilian before.
The State Department couldn't help?
Are you kidding? It was Kafka-esque, the maze of bull they put me through. It was like Brazil.
Central
Services, exactly. Hey, you ever seen it?
Oh, I've never been to South America.
No, I'm talking about
He means the movie, Brazil, honey.
Oh, there was a movie?
Yeah, Terry Gilliam, 1980, what, 5?
Sounds right.
Brazil?
Yeah, futuristic, Orwellian, nightmare comedy. You know, it's really worth renting.
I wish you would have let us help. The magazine could have pulled a few strings.
I know, I just had to bring Sarah home myself, you know.
How are you doing? Okay. You are really? Are you sleeping?
Much better, yeah.
No more of those drinks.
No.
So the meds are.
Uh-huh.
Are you writing?
Yeah, trying to, sort of.
Well, what happened to that piece you were writing on spec?
Ooh, what?
Oh, this terrific piece Jamie was writing.
Oh, what about?
Well, about the refugee situation in Syria and Jordan, what a catastrophe it is.
Oh, wow.
It really kept me sane while Sarah was in the hospital, otherwise I would have gone nuts.
Hey, I brought it up at a staff meeting.
You did?
A lot of interest. So as soon as you can let me see it, I can.
Thanks, I appreciate it, I will.
Hello.
There she is.
Sarah!
God, so good to see you.
Me too.
We lost you, kiddo.
Careful.
Oh, sorry.
This.
Mandy,
Hi, I'm Mandy.
Richard's new friend.
I'm sorry, Sarah. This is my friend, Mandy.
Such an honor to meet you finally.
Thank you.
Your pictures are awesome.
Thank you.
I bought this for you and Jamie.
James.
What?
James, you called me James.
Oh, James, right.
My
I
fault.
called you
Here's a
Jamie.
little thing of
I
mine.
can't remember.
I forget that the rest of them were
Right,
busy.
Richard calls you Jamie, so I think of you
It's all
as
right.
Jamie.
It's all right.
No, I understand. No, I do. Completely. Oh, anyway, I know it's a little bit silly,
No.
but they have this amazing way of cheering people up.
I feel better already.
Certainly.
You know, I thought about bringing flowers, but the thing about flowers is they're such a pain because then the person you're giving them to has to run and get a vase of water to put them in. Ooh, and the other thing about teddy bears is you never have to worry about them dying.
Man.
Oh, but the thing about those balloons is the air does come out after a while and they get all shriveled up and weird.
Coffee, anyone?
Not on my account.
Well, I already made it.
Okay, that.
Well, don't thank me till you try it. My coffee's lousy.
Yeah, he's not kidding.
I know.
I still want some.
Do you want any?
Oh.
No, I guarantee that it's drinkable.
Oh, none for me, thanks. I'm trying to cut out caffeine.
Single malt?
No.
Water?
No. I'm okay, thanks.
Hey. Hey!
Yeah.
Notice anything different? I'm not
Oh.
kidding. When was the last time you saw me without a cigarette? I haven't had one in 6 weeks.
Good for you.
I was unconscious for 2 of those weeks.
Here's the coffee.
Do you mind if I,
No, go ahead.
I love looking at people's passports, all the cool stamps and stuff. Ooh, I like you in a beard.
Oh, yeah? Well, I have been thinking about growing it back.
You have? Since when? 2 seconds ago?
No,
Oh my God, would you look at this? You guys have been like everywhere. Sudan, Sierra Leone.
Yeah, I couldn't remember
Congo.
half the places you've been.
What's this one say?
Kurdistan.
Oh, wow. When did you start doing this?
Yeah, summer after college.
Where did you go to school?
Stanford.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I was this economics major with a minor in illegal substances. Looking at what, a year at Bear Stearns and then to business school. Yeah, 2 weeks after graduation, I was on my way to Somalia.
You joined the army?
No, I was a reporter.
Oh.
I mean, picture this stupid, cocky kid with no idea what the fuck I was doing. You know, it started to file stories out from Mogadishu that started to get picked up, and before I knew it, I was hooked. And cut to one night, about 8 years ago, on my way back from the West Bank, in the American Colony Hotel in East Jerusalem, there was this beautiful woman arguing with the desk clerk.
Gee, I wonder who that could be.
Needless to say, I did not go home.
Aw, that is so cool.
It's high test. We're out of
No, it's
decaf.
fine, thanks.
Don't I get any?
Well, it's caffeinated.
So?
I was afraid it would keep you up.
So?
Well, I thought you were worried about sleeping through the night.
No, you were worried about my sleeping through the night. I'm going to end up taking a Xanax
Why
anyway.
don't I make a nice cup of green tea or something?
I don't want a cup of green tea. All I want is a fucking cup of coffee. Thank you.
You know we really don't have to stay.
Really.
So, Mandy, what kind of work do you do?
Oh, me? Oh, it's really boring.
Public relations.
What? I do not.
Oh, come on, doesn't it fall under the heading of public relations?
No, it does not. Don't you love how they listen? I am not NPR. How could you even think
I
that?
know, I thought it fell.
I'm an event planner.
A what?
An event planner? Event planning is a field unto itself. You know, like art events, book launches, and stuff.
Uh-huh.
It's how I met Richard.
The Darfur book. But the party was at
In
MoMA.
the sculpture garden.
Gorgeous night.
Very dramatic, everything all lit up.
Huh.
Ooh, sometimes we do work pro bono for charities. That means we do it for nothing. Like this one time we did this mass ball for AIDS in Africa at the zoo.
So you...
I get to choose a location.
Uh-huh.
You know, like where. I come up with a theme.
She
work with
conceptualizes
a
the whole thing.
caterer.
I never thought twice about
Sometimes,
those internet
like-
things. Incredibly complicated.
Like sometimes you want it to be in a place you in a million years would never think of.
Uh-huh.
Like one of my favorite places is the Egyptian rooms at the Met. You know, where they keep all the what's that word again for all the mummies and stuff?
Sarcophagi.
Oh, sarcophagi, right. Oh, we had an after party there for a movie set in Egypt. Huh, it's like you're really there in this spooky ancient place. King Tut's tomb or something. Really intense.
I bet. I guess you could say I'm into events too.
You are?
Wars, famines, genocide.
Oh.
I almost forgot. Everyone at the magazine sends their love.
Thank them for me.
I will.
I prayed for you.
Hmm?
Even though we've never met, I prayed for you.
Huh.
It's really weird, because it's not like I believe in God or anything, because I don't. Not really. I don't think. Oh, but whenever I want something or wish for something really, really bad, I talk to him. Like this one time when I was little and my grandpa got really sick, I'd lay there in my bed at night and say over and over, "Please, God, please, 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 let Grandpa get better." And when we heard about you, Richard was so upset.
Who are you, Richard?
Boy,
Oh, and the whole time we've been together, I had never seen him this upset.
Yeah, and how long is that?
Like 3 months?
almost 4.
Anyway, he was so scared he'd be maimed or brain damaged or something. I found myself going, "Please, God, Richard loves Sarah so much. Please don't let her die. Honey, you're hurting my hand."
You look great.
Doesn't she, though?
Yeah, you like my Phantom of the Opera?
No, you look wonderful.
You really do.
Is that why you haven't really looked at me since you got here?
I've been looking at
Oh,
you.
come on. Even now you're looking somewhere north of my ear.
I am not.
To tell you the truth, I expected much, much worse.
Gee, thanks.
I mean, you hear scars and you think. I mean, you could always have them removed with laser surgery. I mean, if they bother you.
They don't.
Oh, okay. Do you mind if I,
Please.
be right back? Bye.
You guys are the worst poker faces ever.
Oh, she's darling, Richard.
Don't give me that. You don't think she's darling.
Don't you think so? Don't you think
She's adorable.
I know you give me shit.
I think it's sweet. You always wanted a little girl.
I don't care you're using a crutch. I will hurt you so bad.
Imagine my surprise. I wake up from a coma, and Astrid is gone, replaced by this changeling, this sprite.
Yeah, good old Astrid.
Oh, now she's good old Astrid.
I always liked her.
You hated
I
Astrid.
did not. I never said I hated her.
Called her the attack girlfriend, remember?
We did.
Accused me of sicking her on you. Said I used her to act out my hostility.
It's coming back to me now.
Astrid was brilliant, okay? But you know what? Fuck brilliance. I've done brilliance. Sick of analyzing every goddamn thing to death. Deciding where to go out to eat was like arbitration. Maybe I got off on it once, arguing about everything. Not anymore. It's just too much work. I want something simple for a change.
Well, congratulations.
When have you ever approved of any relationship I've ever had? Never.
Sophie, this is not a relationship. I mean, you're screwing this girl.
What kind of guy do you think I am? One of those creepy middle-aged guys who prey on women half their age? I hate guys like that. Just because she's young.
I've no problem with being
You were young once too, you know. You were her age
Not
when I hired you as
I
my
was
intern.
never
Younger even.
that. I mean, there's young and there's embryonic. This girl's a lightweight. She's a lightweight, Richard.
Make fun all you want. You know, there's nothing remotely cynical about her. She's guileless. She's open. She's
Very hot.
Yes, she's hot. Okay, Richard's got himself a hot girlfriend. How do you like that? Now I'll know what it's like. I can die happy. Look, I love you guys. And I'm so glad you're alive. But I don't give a shit what you think.
Fair enough.
She delights me. She's fun. She's light. I discovered I like those things. I miss them. I was living without sunlight for so long during the Astrid years. It's like going from black and white to color. Like being in East Berlin when the wall came down. I met Mandy and I said yes. And you know what? I would never have let myself go for it if it wasn't for you.
Me?
Almost dying like that, it shook me to the core. Nothing puts things in perspective like a near-death experience.
Yeah, preferably someone else's.
Oh my God! Have you tried the soap in there? Here, smell this. Isn't that cool? Where did you get it? Someplace exotic, I bet.
Depends how you feel about the body shop.
Oh, I thought you got it from like the Middle East or somewhere.
Hey, I was over at ICP the other day.
Oh, yeah?
Where?
Center for Photography. Everybody there is very excited that you're home. They'd be thrilled to have you teach a class, you know.
Oh, really?
I said I would talk to you whenever you're able. Ideally, they'd love to have you in residence for a year.
A year? I couldn't give them a year.
Why not?
I don't expect to be here in a year.
What do you mean? Where will you be?
Where do you think?
You're not serious.
Come on, Richard, you know me pretty well. You don't expect me to sit around for a whole year. If I really work my ass off in rehab, I figure
You're
I can
encouraging
my
this?
call.
Well, I'm going with her.
Are you out of your fucking mind?
Sweetie.
Both of you?
Sweetie.
You almost died.
Richard.
You had a freaking breakdown.
Not a breakdown.
The Sid and Nancy of journalism. What more has to happen? Huh, guys? How many more close calls before you say, fuck this, I'm staying home?
You don't get it. You never
Oh,
did.
please. Haven't you done enough penance for your trust fund?
All right,
Your
okay.
daddy's rich.
What
Get
does-
over
What
it.
does my father's money have to do with it?
Don't give me some crap about how this is some sort of calling. It's no calling. It's more like a death wish.
Well, why do I do what I do? Because I have so little regard for life? Does that make any sense?
I never said you had little regard for life. You sure as hell don't have much regard for your own.
birthday.
You want ice cream, baby? I'll get you
That's
ice cream.
okay.
Do you want me to get you some ice cream?
Stay.
There's a market right on the corner.
I'll go with you.
You don't have to. It'll only take me a minute.
I will keep you company.
Is this really a pain?
No, not at all. I mean, do you mind if we,
You're fine. Go, hunt, gather.
We'll be right back.
Fine. Thank you. You guys seem to have such a great marriage.
Oh, we're not married.
Oh, you're not?
No, we've been together 8.5 years, but we never actually bothered to make it legal.
Oh, I thought that.
Not too busy saving the world.
I don't know how you go to those places. War zones.
Not as hard as you might think. I mean, war was my parents' house all over again, only on a different scale.
I mean, but how can you even concentrate with all that going on around you? It must be so intense.
So automatic, I don't even think about it. When I look through that little rectangle, time stops. It just, all the noise around me, everything just cuts out, and all I see is the picture.
Your pictures are beautiful.
Thank you.
Oh, I don't mean beautiful. I
It's
mean
okay, you can call them beautiful. I think they're beautiful. But then I'm their mother.
Listen. I know how much you and Richard mean to each other.
Oh, Mandy, listen, you
It's
really
okay.
don't have to.
Richard told me.
That was 20 years ago.
Yeah, but you stayed friends. That's wonderful. Oh, and then it's like I come along and it's like, who is she? Oh, she must be Richard's midlife crisis.
No.
Well, I'm not, okay? Whatever it was that brought us together, we're together. For real. This is not a passing thing. I love Richard very much. He's a very good man.
Yes, he is.
Probably the nicest man I've ever known. He's kind and smart and caring. I love the way he sounds. I love his voice. So he's a lot older than me. So what? It's not like I go around thinking, oh my God, he's like 3 years younger than my dad. Because I don't. The only thing that matters, well, to me anyway, is that he takes care of me. He makes me feel safe. And one day, when he's old and demented, I'll take care of him. Look, I know I have a lot to learn.
No.
No, I'm totally provincial. My world's like this big. Your world's like...
Yeah, listen, right now my world's as big as from here to the bathroom. I gotta think this leg working like a leg again.
Oh, you are so brave.
Please, don't call me brave.
Oh, but you are. I mean, how many people can do what you do?
I know what bravery looks like, and believe me, this is not bravery. This is dumb luck. An occupational hazard.
What happened? I mean, you don't have to tell me.
Roadside bomb. I got blown I don't know how many feet into the air. One of my cameras turned up like 40 yards away.
Oh, wow.
Head full of shrapnel. Banged up his leg pretty good. Medevac to Germany. Kept in a coma till the swelling went down.
It was great. Jamie was there. I mean, James.
Jamie was here. He'd come home about 4 or 5 weeks earlier. He flew over after.
Oh, I thought he was with you.
Something happened. He needed to get home.
I'm sorry about your friend. Didn't you have a friend you were with?
Yeah, my fixer.
Your what?
Fixer. That's what they call translators over there. Fixers, guides, go-betweens. They make contact, talk to the locals, set up interviews. They take care of everything for us, everything. We're lost without them.
He was right there next to you. That must have been horrible.
Actually, I don't remember. All I know is there he was sitting next to me, and I never saw him again.
Wow.
He was an engineering student before it all went to hell. Taught himself American English by reading A Farewell to Arms over and over again. Carried it with him everywhere he went. That and the Quran. He had a wife who was killed. 2 little girls also killed. A mortar attack on their apartment building while he was at school. He was a lovely, lovely man. Funny, and he loved America, loved it, everything about it. Television.
What was his name?
His name was Tariq.
That is amazing.
I know, it's a miracle.
Your cameras made it?
I just gotta admit you.
My Canon and my Leica, my panoramic as well.
Still incredible.
No dulce de leche, I got vanilla.
Oh, that's okay. Thanks anyway.
You okay?
Hey, so what about your pictures?
Oh, I got a bunch on my laptop, plus thousands of hits down there.
Oh,
You
wow.
want me to take care of them?
Oh, no.
I can have somebody at the office do it.
No, it's all right. It gives me something to do.
Can I see?
Yeah, go ahead.
Now?
No?
Why not?
Why don't we wait till next time?
Why?
Well, next time when Sarah's not so,
Sarah's not.
great.
So what?
I mean, I thought you were feeling jet lagged.
I'm wide awake. Here.
I really don't think it's a good idea.
Richard's my editor.
Well,
I want
Richard's
him
here to see
my...
you, and now you're putting him to work.
It was his idea.
Really? This
I'm
only
sorry I
upsets
started
you?
this, guys.
I'm fine. You're the one who seems upset.
Really?
Why are you being such a dick?
We don't have to do
No,
this
no,
now.
we're doing it. Here.
Can I see?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, wow. Oh my God. Wait, go back. Okay.
Man, these are great, Sarah.
Thanks.
What are you going to do with them?
I don't know.
You can't just sit on them. They're too good. Why don't we do a book?
A book?
A dual memoir. Your pictures, Jamie's commentary.
My commentary? Does that mean I have to write it?
That's exactly what it means.
Well, what makes you think I want to revisit this stuff?
Maybe you should. Maybe it'd be good for you.
Hey, what are you, my shrink? Take care of the ice cream.
I don't know how you expect us to pedal around the book. I'm really in no shape to do that.
You wouldn't have to do a thing. Look, I'll do all the footwork. Just give me your blessing to take it around. If our imprint passes, which I seriously doubt, Aperture would do it in a heartbeat.
Yeah, what makes you so sure?
Well, first of all, the work is fantastic. And don't forget, darling, for a couple days there, you were national news.
I know. I had my 15 minutes and I spent it unconscious.
Oh my God.
Which one?
The woman crying over her child? Are those burns?
Yeah.
Is he dead?
Not yet. He was in shock. He died a few minutes later.
Great shot.
Thanks.
How can you be so...
What?
Well, maybe if she had taken him to the hospital instead of taking his picture.
The rescue workers were there for that.
But how could you just stand there?
I wasn't just standing there.
But the boy was dying. He was dying.
The boy would have died no matter what I did, and I wouldn't have gotten the picture.
You could have been helping him.
I was helping him. I was taking their picture.
How was that helping him?
By gathering evidence to show the world. If it weren't for people like me, the ones with the cameras, who would know? Who would care?
I saw this nature thing once on TV about Africa. There was a sandstorm and this baby elephant got separated from his mother. It was so sad. She was right there. You could see her. But there was like a dune or something, and they couldn't find each other. Poor little guy. You know he'll never survive out there without his mother. Oh, but the movie people did nothing. They just stood there, filming.
That's what they were there to do. The camera was there to record life, not change it. Animals perish in the wild. That's life. And it's very sad and it's very unfair, but there's nothing we can do about it. I mean, the elephant was meant to die.
Well, how do you know? Are you God?
Sweetie.
Well, maybe if they'd, helped him instead of just standing there.
No, the camera was there. You can't expect photographers to just step into the frame and fix things they don't like. They're there to capture truth, not stage it.
Well, couldn't they have made an exception just this once? They could have brought him closer to her, so she could at least have sniffed him. That's all it would have taken. She would have found him. They would have saved his life.
I wish I could cry like that. But I can't. I can't let it get to me. If I let it get to me, I couldn't do my job. I mean, how could I? I want to take away all the guns and rescue all the children, but I can't. That's not what I'm there to do. I'm there to take pictures.
Down for ice cream.
You didn't want me to know?
Well, he told me that I could tell you. He didn't want to get into it while they were here.
Why not?
Well, he was protecting Mandy.
From what?
From you.
Oh, was I really so horrible?
You were pretty bad, yeah.
We were buddies by the time they left.
He was afraid of what you might say.
What, that having a baby at his age was the most ridiculous, irresponsible thing I ever heard?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Did he talk about the morality of depriving a kid of a father?
How is he depriving the kid of a father?
He's too old. He'll be lucky if he sees the kid go off to college.
Wait, young men don't die? I mean, come on, Sarah, you know better than that.
You're right.
I mean, anything could happen to anyone at any time. I mean, you're living proof of that. A crane can come crashing down on us right now. I say if he's up for it at this stage of his life, more power to him.
So what are they going to do?
Well, he's going to marry her. Oh, and together they're going to have this baby.
Oh, poor Richard.
Hey, why poor Richard? The man's ecstatic. I've never seen him like this. He can't believe his good luck. And to tell you the truth, when he told me, I was jealous.
Why? You wanted to get Mandy pregnant?
No. I wish we were getting married.
Seriously? Oh, honey.
Why not?
I thought we didn't need marriage.
You didn't.
I thought we agreed. It wasn't our thing.
Yeah, but things are different now.
Why? Because I almost died?
Yes. Look, when you were in the hospital, I had no legal relationship with you whatsoever. Every catheter, every procedure, permission had to come from your asshole father. I mean, do you realize how frustrating that is? I was right there. They had to get him on the phone in Palm Springs. Honey, we've been putting ourselves in dangerous situations for years and never thought about what would happen if one of us got hurt. We didn't have a plan.
So being married would have made medical management a lot easier.
Yes.
It's got to be the most romantic proposal I've ever heard.
Sarah.
Get up. Get up! You're changing the rules on me.
I'm not changing the rules. The playing field has changed.
You know how I feel about this. You can't lay this on me all at once. It isn't fair.
Of course not. I'm mean to.
What do you expect me to say? Sure, honey, let's do it.
No, of course not. I've had a lot of time to think about this. While you were in the hospital, I got to replay your death out in my mind every single day. You'd have no idea how close you came because you were out for most of it. When a couple girl gets to be our age and has been together as long as we have and witnessed what we have and survived what we have, it's time to call this thing what it is. Marriage. We are not your parents.
Can I think about it?
No. Of course you can think about it. You take as much time as you need.
Jamie,
Yeah.
come here a minute.
1 second.
Now, please.
What is it?
If we're going to do this, I mean, if we're really going to take this marriage talk seriously,
Okay.
when I was there, after you left.
I know what you're going to say.
What do you mean you know?
I know.
You don't know what I'm going to say.
He's dead. It happened. It's over.
All right, what the hell just happened?
I'm saying it's okay. I understand, and I forgive you.
You forgive me? You forgive me?
Look, whatever
I
happened...
thought you knew what happened.
Look, all I'm saying, Sarah, you're alive. You're here. We're together. And that's all that matters.
Who told you? People knew. Friends there knew.
What difference does it
I want to
make?
know who told you.
Nobody had to tell me. I just knew.
How?
Why are you pursuing this,
Did I
Sarah?
let something
Please,
slip?
just let it alone, really.
I need to know.
Subtle things.
Like?
Like the tone of your voice on the phone.
What?
Changed.
My tone.
Yeah. Your voice sounded far away. Flattened out like you were holding something back.
I was angry with you.
I know you were angry.
I mean, that's what you heard in my voice. I
No.
was mad at you.
I know. I know you're angry. It wasn't just anger. I recognize your anger. Believe me.
That was it? My tone? Wow. I'm impressed.
Look, these things happen.
These things.
We both know what it's like covering a war. It's pure adrenaline, bombs bursting in air, death everywhere. I mean, we had amazing sex, you and
Do
I.
you think this is just about sex?
Yeah, well,
I didn't just sleep with him.
what do you mean?
I didn't just sleep with him, James.
Oh my God.
Jamie.
You were in love with him? How could you fall in love with him, Sarah? How could you do that?
Oh no!
Why?
After you left.
What do you think I wanted to leave you? Do you?
No, of course not.
I was a mess. Do you remember what a mess I was? I mean, that was real. That wasn't an act.
I know it was real.
I mean, those girls, they blew up right there, right in front of me, and their
I know.
blood and brains got in my eyes, and
I
my
know.
mouth. I had to get the hell out of there. I freaked out. And where were you for me?
I couldn't leave with you.
Why, because of fucking Tariq?
No, because I had a job to do. You said you'd be okay without
Hey,
me.
what was I supposed to say?
You told me to do what I had to do.
A joke. I mean, I leave you with Tariq, our trusting fixer. Tariq will take care of you. I mean, hell, that's what we pay him for, $200 a day. Hey, tell me something. Did you continue paying him even after you started fucking him? I never thought I'd be competing with a dead man.
Where are you going?
I gotta get the hell out of here.
James! Ah! I fell.
Yeah, you did. You
Okay,
okay?
okay. You sure you're still
Are you kidding? Especially like this. I could outrun you for once. I'm so sorry. I should have been there. I should have never gone. I missed you.
I missed you too.
I miss this. You sure you're reading this?
Yes.
Because if you're not,
I am. I want to.
the thing is, I know these people that they're talking about. I know them. I live with them. Both of us have. And to see them reduced to this anthropological reductions, with bathed in this Caravaggio light, it's like it's reduced to nothing. And in this Caravaggio light with this Eastern-sounding music, it's ridiculous.
What?
The play the other night.
Oh,
Did you hate it too?
yeah, not as much as he did. He hates plays. He's like one of those miserable men that you see at matinees whose wives force them at gunpoint.
It's for the fucking seats. He's like, you can never leave. You're trapped.
I need a drink. Zach.
Are they gone?
Gone in a town car on their way to
Who?
JFK.
Oh, thank God. Her father.
My father and his new wife, Evita.
Is her name really Evita?
Evelyn, my little joke.
Oh, duh.
You better be careful. You're going to call her Evita to her face one of these days.
I think I already have.
Wait a second. I want to know why you went to this thing in the first place.
Oh, everyone was telling us we had to go.
Bustin' Tolley.
No, I got that incredible review.
I saw that.
They're shattering, unforgettable.
The place was packed.
Yeah, people are dying to be shattered. They pay $100 to be shattered.
I like musicals. I don't know why anyone would want to pay that much money just to be depressed.
I'm with you, kid.
Oh, sit. It's your wedding.
Oh, you said all that bending can't be good for you.
Oh, I'm okay. I've been doing this prenatal Pilates.
Anyway, so what I'm saying, what are you saying? It's not truth, it's kitsch.
Inside voice.
The fake sentimental shit that passes for truth. People trick themselves into thinking they're having an authentic experience when all they're really having is completely manufactured, palatable, made packaged for an evening's entertainment.
People are seeing it though, right? I mean, isn't that encouraging? They want to be informed.
Well, these people don't need to be informed. I mean, these people, they listen to NPR, they read the newspaper. I mean, the people that should be seeing it, the Mujahideen and the Taliban, let's face it, they don't get to the theater much. So it's that favorite lefty pastime, preaching to the choir. I mean, they sit there weeping at the injustice and at the end shouting, bravo, and congratulating themselves having endured such a painful process, when in fact, all they've really done is assuage their liberal guilt.
Are you finished?
So what are you saying? That these stories should be off limits to anyone but people like you who've been on the front line?
I don't know.
They shouldn't be told at all?
I don't have all the answers.
All right. So you want to hear what my father just said to me downstairs, his parting words?
What?
He said there was something unseemly about a couple living in sin for 9 years, throwing themselves away.
True, man.
Living in sin.
I said all it is begging for gifts.
We said no gifts.
I know.
If he wanted to give anything, he should donate it to his favorite charity.
Like the Christian Coalition.
He's such an angel.
Why did I invite him?
I don't know, honey. I think you have this fantasy that one day he's going to turn out to be a really great guy.
Well, I think your wedding was just right. I wish we had done something like this.
I like what we did.
Yeah, well, a few friends, some finger foods, some cake, champagne. Perfect.
You know, your wedding was wonderful.
You think? It wasn't me, though. It was all my mother. I just let her do whatever she wanted. It wasn't worth it. She didn't freak out when I told her I was pregnant, but when I told her I didn't want to have a big wedding, she was all like, you are too having a big wedding. We didn't hold on to this house in Vermont all these years not to have a wedding there. Oh, what did you guys think of the hors d'oeuvres?
Why?
I'm sorry.
What's wrong with them?
They sucked. Nobody ate them.
I did. The scalloped breast and bacon, they were fantastic.
those are.
Oh,
I
yeah.
ate too many of them.
Yeah, I like those too. Oh, even though I'm not supposed to be eating them.
Why not?
Mala, any kind of shellfish. I was bad. I had one. One little guy's not gonna hurt, right?
Honey, you've been so good.
Oh, what did you guys think of those little quiches?
Those? Yeah, not so good.
I know! They tasted like soap. I don't know what happened. We used this caterer a lot.
So they had an off night.
Oh, well, naturally, it had to be your wedding. Oh,
Oh
God.
no, don't worry about it. It was fine. You did a great job.
Didn't
setting all
she?
this up. Yeah, we really appreciate it. Thanks.
Oh, don't mention it. I'm just glad it could be useful.
Hey, see all that event planning paid off.
Oh, thanks.
What are you doing about your job?
Work till the baby comes or till I start bumping into things, whichever one happens first. And then I'll take off like a month or so. Ooh, you know what would be awesome? If you and I had babies together.
Ooh, that's a very big if.
Why?
I'm not sure I still can.
Oh, I'm sure you still can.
I'm not. I'm old.
You are not old.
I am.
My OBGYN is fantastic. I bet she knows a great fertility guy. I could ask.
Yeah, that's okay.
And when we have our second, you
I
can have your
would like to
first.
make a toast.
Okay.
What I didn't say earlier and wish I had. I'm losing it already.
Oh.
There are certain people in your life who you not only love, you admire, who lead exemplary, if not always supportable lives. Sarah, Jamie, you're my golden couple.
Aww.
Gotten so emotional lately. I think it's the baby.
I have lived vicariously through you for years. I've gotten to see the world without jet lag. To Sarah and Jamie, no longer living in sin, and it's about fucking time.
Here, here.
Thanks, Richard. Oh, and thank you for the Robert Capa book, even though we said no gifts.
Speaking of which, how is our book coming?
It's coming.
Well, when do I get to see what you've written?
Soon.
Have you seen it?
No, not me.
Well, it's not like I haven't been working on it, Richard. I
know
have been.
You guys have a lot on your minds.
Hey, don't look at me. My work is done.
I stayed out of your way, haven't I? I gave you plenty of time
Yes,
to get it
Richard.
together. Well, now I'm cracking the whip. Well, what else do you have on your plate right now?
Well, I'm expanding the horror movie piece into a book.
Oh, cool.
Too bad. No more screwing around.
I'm not screwing around.
I want it by the end of the week.
What?
Otherwise, we're going to miss the spring list. Read the Kappa book. Maybe it'll inspire you.
Yeah, what a subtle guy. Hey, were you ever going to tell me what the deal is with my refugee piece?
Yes, that's enough.
It's my wedding day.
Yes, my wedding day too, and I'd appreciate it if the groom wasn't smashed.
So you ever going to tell me what the deal is with my refugee piece?
What?
Do you think I forgot about it?
No.
I mean, does it have a date yet, or?
Let's not talk business right now. It was my mistake. I should never brought it up.
Fuck, it's not going to run, is it?
Jamie, let's not get into this right now.
How long have you known?
A week or so.
A week? Did you know?
No?
When were you planning on telling me
We're
this?
getting married, for Christ's sake. I didn't want to spoil
That
this.
was a
I
great
knew how much it meant to you.
That was a great meeting.
It was, I know.
Well, thanks.
Absolutely.
Well, thanks a lot.
Everyone agreed. It was an excellent piece.
So you killed an excellent story? I mean, what?
It wasn't my decision. It was an editorial decision.
I see.
So take it elsewhere, the Atlantic or Harper's.
It's too late.
Don't worry. You'll get your full fee.
I don't give a shit about my fee.
So what happened?
The usual bullshit. Scheduling. It was just a matter of timing.
What? They've had it for months. They've been sitting on it for months.
Look, that was part of the problem. Its shelf life expired.
Well, whose fault is that?
Jamie.
What?
Yeah, honey, we go to these hellholes for...
Look. First it was on the board, then it was off. Then they wanted to cut it.
Cut it! I already cut 1,500 words.
I knew you'd have a fit, so I got him to leave the length alone and just bump it a week. But then it had to get bumped 3 weeks because the week after that was a special issue.
What special issue?
The annual Hollywood issue.
The Hollywood issue.
That's a big one for us. All the movie studios, they buy a shitload of advertising space. Don't laugh. The ad revenue from that one issue alone helps us stay afloat all year long. Then we realized your story couldn't run the week after that. So
Why not?
Because we were already committed to a cover story on relief workers in Africa.
Are you kidding me?
Come on, Jamie, you know how
You can't have relief workers in Africa and Iraqi refugees in the same issue? I mean, what is there, a quota?
It wasn't my call.
Oh, bullshit. You sold me out.
Jamie.
What? They send us to these hellholes, putting our lives on the line for what? Stories that nobody wants?
That's not true. Nobody wants
Well,
them.
it's true for me. I mean, you're a star. Someone will always publish your pictures. Me, I gotta hawk my stories like a traveling salesman. Pieces get cut or killed or
That's
shredded.
has the final say on what goes into the magazine, not
You're
me.
sitting there in the
I'm
room.
just a photo editor, for Christ's
Yeah,
sake.
right.
The only reason I'm telling any of this is because you're my friend. I didn't want you to hear about it from somebody else.
Well, thanks a lot, buddy.
Listen to me. I fight at work every fucking day. Every fucking day is another battle. I go into these staff meetings, and everybody's got their own agenda. The fashion people, the style people. We're all fighting for the same goddamn space. So somewhere in there, between ads for imported silk lingerie and $20 million condos, maybe I get 4 pages on boy mercenaries in Uganda. 6 if I'm lucky, so don't tell me how I sold you out.
You're talking at both sides of your mouth, you know that? I mean, you're a reporter's advocate 1 minute, and then you're
Come
one
on,
man the
Jamie,
next.
it's completely unfair.
I mean, who are you really, huh? Are you my friend, or are you just another suit?
Stop it!
Honey,
Richard agonized about this for days. He was sick about it. He couldn't sleep. He loves you. Why would he want to hurt you? I mean, really. He has a job to do. They have a magazine to put out. And it has to have lots of different things in it. Not just stories about how miserable most of the world is. So they're not going to print your story. So what? They've already got a bummer story running this week.
Excuse me?
No, I mean it. I'm sorry. I bet you worked really hard on it.
What the fuck do you
Dave!
Thousands of people's lives are at stake here. That's why I write these fucking things. People need to know.
But what am I supposed to do with this information? Except feel bad, turn the page, and thank God I was born in the half of the world where people have enough food to eat and aren't hacking each other to death. The people hurting each other will always be killing each other.
You
and
can stop whining and go do something. I mean, don't just throw your hands
All right,
in the
all right,
air
that's
like,
enough.
"Oh, I can't do anything."
Woo!
I'll call you tomorrow. Bring the car around.
I didn't see you there. What are you looking for?
Gotta be a cigarette around here somewhere.
What do you need a cigarette
I
for?
want to smoke it.
Don't. You haven't had a cigarette for months.
Well, I want one now.
Thought you were asleep.
Was a little. Woke up.
Well, if this was keeping you up, you should have let me know. I would have turned it down.
Why are you watching that on my laptop?
Well, because mine is in the bedroom. I didn't want to wake you.
What is it?
It's the Invasion of the Body Snatchers, the original, 1952. Huh? Research. Come on, sit down.
Why do you watch that shit?
It's not shit. It's an allegory for the McCarthy era. It's about the Red Scare. Honey, there are no cigarettes.
This is your idea of escapism, right? Replacing real horror with fake horror?
Yes, it gets me out of my head, so whatever works, okay? Look, I know you think movies are a waste of time.
That's not true.
No, you've always thought that movies were a waste of time.
No, I think most movies are a waste of time. I think writing about shitty movies is certainly a waste of your time.
Look, what the fuck? I said I was sorry I woke you.
I had a dream. About the market bombing Mosul a couple of years ago.
What happened that night? I don't remember.
It's because I never told you. I never told anybody.
Tell me. Come on, tell me now.
I was sitting in a cafe with the Reuters guys, and this car bomb went off about a block or two away in this market, and I just ran to it without thinking. The carnage was ridiculous. Exploded produce, body parts everywhere, women digging in the rubble for their children. And then all of a sudden this woman burst out of the smoke, covered in blood. Her skin was red and raw and charred, and her hair was singed. She got so close I could smell it. And she started screaming at me, "Go away, go away, no picture, no picture." And then she started pushing at me. Pushing my camera with her hand on my lens.
What did you do?
Nothing, I just kept shooting. And then somehow I got the hell out of there. And I stopped to catch my breath and check out my cameras. There was blood on the lens. Her blood was smeared on my lens. I felt so shit.
No. Why?
I was wrong. What I did was so wrong.
No, you were not wrong.
I was indecent.
You were just doing your job.
They didn't want me there. They didn't want me taking pictures. They lost children in that mess. It was a sacred place, and there I was, like a ghoul with a camera shooting away. No wonder why they wanted to kill me. I would have wanted to kill me too.
No. You were helping them in ways that you don't even see.
Was I really? I mean, I make a living off the suffering of strangers. I built a career on the sorrows of people I don't know and will never see again. I read what you wrote for our book.
How did you...
It was on your laptop.
What were you doing on my laptop?
It was on the bed. I sleep with all the noise coming from your
I said I would turn it down if you told me to. So you were poking around my laptop?
Poking around, I opened it up and there it was right on the screen. If you didn't want me to see it, why'd you leave it up?
How much did you read?
The whole thing.
Not finished yet.
Bullshit.
I'm just going to give it another pass in the morning.
Richard expecting it tomorrow?
Yes.
Well, then it's finished.
Well, I was going to give it another pass in the morning.
Were you ever going to let me see it?
Yes. In the morning. Hey, Sarah, this is hard for me. I mean, you have your pictures. You can hold them. You can move them around. I have to replay this in my mind in order to write about it. I need to process it and make sense of it.
Process it? What do you mean, like put it through a blender? Pulverize it?
I needed to make sense of it, okay?
Well, was erasing history part of your process?
What?
How could you do that to him? After all that man went through?
What are you talking about?
Tariq! How could you just annihilate him all over again?
Annihilate? How did I annihilate
You
him?
wrote him out of our history!
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. You deleted him like he never existed. Like in the old Politburo days. They'd white out the undesirables till there was no one left in the picture.
He's in there. I mentioned him.
Oh, mentioned. Yeah, in passing, like the scenery.
Well, he's not what interests me.
He's not?
No, not primarily, no.
God, what kind of a journalist are you? He's the story. The indignity that man endured his entire life and still had such grace, such humanity.
Christ, you make him sound like a saint.
Well, maybe he was. Maybe he's what being a saint is really all about.
You mean fucking other men's women?
Is that what I am, your woman?
He's just like any other scrappy opportunist you meet over there.
You know, you're beginning to sound like an imperialist or something.
Imperialist?
Yeah, and there's a hint of, more than a hint of racism here, you know that.
Oh, really? And your fascination with his exoticism, that isn't some type of racism? You know, Gunga Din, the noble savage.
Fuck you! Fuck you.
Sarah, can we... To hell with it. To hell with all of it. Can't we just move on? Please, can we?
I can't.
You're going to haunt us for the rest of our lives?
I'm not talking about Tariq, I'm talking about this.
What do you mean?
This life you want, I thought I could do it, but I can't.
Wait a minute. This life that I want? What do you mean, this life that I want? I mean, if I remember correctly, we just got married. Hello?
I never could have gotten through this without you. I mean it. I will always be grateful.
Fuck that!
What?
Grateful? You think I want you to be grateful?
Well, why not? You didn't have to take this on. You could have walked away.
No, I couldn't. I did what a person does. That's all you do. I mean, is that why you married me? Because you were grateful?
You wanted it so much.
Oh, for fuck's
And I wanted
sake.
so much to make you happy.
I don't believe this.
And I thought marriage would change me. I thought if I said and did all the right things, I would feel it. It would be so. But
And having kids. That was just Jesus.
do you see me pushing around a stroller and going to play dates? I mean, honestly, Jamie, do you?
You said you were ready,
I
remember?
thought I was.
You fucking lied to
I
me!
didn't lie to you. If I lied to you, I lied to myself. I'm not what you want anymore.
Don't tell me what I want.
No, you want a playmate. That isn't me. You want a Mandy, someone young who adores you, who will give you all the babies you want.
That's not what I
you
want.
You deserve to have the life you want.
Look, all I want, all I have ever wanted is a life with you.
I wish I could kick back and watch movies with you. I really do. But there's too much going on. I just can't.
So what am I supposed to do? Every time you need an adrenaline fix, pack you off to hell and pray that you're coming back in one piece? Is that what you expect me to do?
No, I don't expect you to do anything. I'm telling you. I can't do this. You seen the things I've seen.
Yeah.
How can you live with yourself knowing what goes on out there?
How? Because I know what goes on out there. And on, whether you and I are there to cover it or not. So you actually think what you do can change anything?
It's got to. What? What are you thinking?
You laugh at me.
No, I won't.
Days of Wine and Roses. Blake Edwards. 1962. Jack Lemmon, Lee Remick. Both alcoholics drinking themselves into oblivion. He hits a wall, he goes on the wagon. But she can't do it. She needs the buzz too much. Well, here I am, Jack Lemmon on the wagon. But you?
I'm a drunk.
You need it. The whole fucking mess of it. The chaos and the drama. You need it more than you need me.
Not more than I need you. That's good.
Yeah, I thought the juxtaposition really worked tonight.
Oh, look at that. Oh, this is 2-page
Here
spread.
we go.
No.
Oh, look how horrible they look, Richard. I mean,
It does not look horrible.
you can never see the whole picture.
Unless you split the binding.
I can
Exactly.
assure you it doesn't bother anyone nearly as much as it bothers
I
me.
doubt that very much.
It's a picture book. People understand that.
This is one battle I was never going to win.
Unbelievable.
It looks great, Richard. Congratulations.
Congratulations to you. You guys made it happen.
Well, we never could have done it without you.
Yeah, I still don't know who's going to rush out and buy this.
Oh, plenty of people.
Who? Put on their coffee tables? To have over cocktails? I mean, who's going to... Oh, darling, look at these marvelous atrocities. Pass the crudité.
Oh, could you not smoke?
Oh.
It's
Ever since the baby was born, Mandy's got super sensitive about
okay.
things.
I can speak for myself. You don't have to speak for me.
Sorry.
It's true, though. Ever since the first time I held her, this amazing feeling. You just become like hyper aware of everything. You just never want to let her go, so afraid something could happen to her.
Well, I mean, you're going to have to let her go sometime.
It's true.
You're going to have to send her to school one day.
I thought about that. I was thinking maybe I'd homeschool her.
Really?
Yeah, maybe.
When do you go back to work?
Oh, I'm not.
Oh, no?
I was supposed to go
She
back.
decided she doesn't want... Sorry.
I was supposed to go back in like 3 weeks or so, but the closer and closer it got, the sadder and sadder I became. I was crying all the time, wasn't I? Just the thought of leaving her with a total stranger didn't seem natural. I mean, who could possibly love her more than I do?
I'm pretty crazy about her.
Well, of course you are. Well, it's not like I do something important. I mean, why would I do something like totally trivial when I could be at home raising my child?
Makes sense.
You think?
Yeah, why?
Well, I don't know. It's like I made me feel like there's something wrong with me. Like I must not be a serious woman because I want to stay home and take care of my child.
Well, who makes you feel that way?
Well, you do.
I do?
I mean, maybe you don't even realize it.
You know, honey, I think it's time we let these guys have their privacy, okay?
Okay.
Hey, listen, thanks for bringing the book.
It's my pleasure. I just wanted to be sure you got to see it before you left.
Yeah, well, thanks for coming over.
Bye, darling.
Bye.
Send me great stuff.
I will.
And if you need anything, promise me you'll call me.
I promise.
All right. And be happy.
I am happy. This is me, happy.
You will see later.
I'm sorry she slept the whole time. I wanted you to get to see all the neat tricks she does.
Next time I see her, she'll have a whole new repertoire. She's beautiful.
Isn't she?
Yeah, she really is.
She's an angel. Well, bye.
Bye.
Can we email each other?
Of course.
I'll send you pictures of her. I mean,
do that.
You coming with us?
No, I'm good.
Oh, okay.
Safe journey, kiddo.
Yeah, safe travels.
Okay. See.
She seems...
I know. She really is a wonderful mother.
Yeah, I bet.
She really found her true calling.
So, what are you up to?
Not much. I did a lot of little pieces, freelance pieces. One long piece for Vanity Fair.
Oh, good. What?
A celebrity profile. Yeah, I won't even tell you for whom. You only give me shit for it. So what's your first stop?
Kabul, then on to Kandahar, then we'll see. You know, you're welcome to stay here if you like,
What do you mean?
while I'm gone.
Oh, no, I couldn't.
You sure?
Yeah,
I mean, I'll be gone 2 months at least.
You know,
You'll have the place all to yourself.
well, it'd be way too weird. But thank you anyway. I mean, I'll probably stop by sometime for the rest of my books and stuff, and the TV.
All yours. Sleeping on Richard's sofa can't be as comfy as all that.
Well, actually, there's a good chance I might be moving out pretty soon.
Oh, you found something?
It's someone else's, actually, all the way uptown by the hospital.
Oh, whose?
Actually, I've been seeing someone.
Oh. Wow. Good for you.
Yeah, thanks. It's been a couple of months. She asked me if I wanted to move in, so
So it's serious.
I think it is. Yeah.
I'm afraid to ask. Is she a grown-up?
41.
Wow.
Her name's Visna.
Indian?
Cambodian.
Ah.
Yeah, she's an ER doc. Came over when she was about 10. Divorced. 1 kid. A son.
A son.
Yeah. 12 years old. He's a great kid. He's a riot.
Yeah?
Yeah, he is. I love him. We have a great time.
See that? Instant family.
Yeah.
Now that didn't take long, did it?
Well, what about you? Are you,
Oh, no.
Well, I should let you pack.
Oh, you know, just my usual quart of Imodium and vat of sunscreen.
Well, what time's your flight?
Oh, I'm okay. I don't have to be at the airport till 8 or 9.
Well, I told them that I watched the baby so that they could go out to eat.
Ooh, aren't you the hands-on uncle?
At least I could do to earn my keep.
You better go then.
Well, take care of yourself.
Yeah, you too.
And have a safe trip.
Thanks.
And write to me.
I will.
And I will write to you.
Hey, thanks for bringing the book.
Well, actually, you didn't get to see this.
It's nice. It's really nice, Jamie.
I took another crack at it.
It's good. I'm glad you did.
Well, happy trails.
Happy trails. Careful.
born. Peter Willow. Theodore Kimmel. Ask away. Otherwise, we have nothing to say. Speak up, sir.
What does it take to be an actor?
I'm not one. I will let them speak.
Well,
Free evenings.
Free evenings, willingness to, in my case, drive a lot.
Tolerance of a director.
tolerance of your actor.
Who also plays your boyfriend/husband.
I think it's the willingness to give yourself over to something else. Something that I hate to think that people think that acting is putting on a mask and then you're that person. What I feel is that we have everything that we need within us to access different emotions in different people, and it's finding that and giving that character a voice.
Ross.
I'm not going to ask you a question. I just have to tell you, I watched this, and each one of you became that person. I didn't feel like anybody was acting, and I'm a pilot. I do this all the time. I think you guys are absolutely outstanding.
Well, thank you.
I'd like to say that I was thoroughly entertained, and there was a nice woman I spoke to at the end of the movie, was very moved by the material. I think it shows us how important the arts are in our lives, and I'm really afraid of all the budget cuts that are part of our society and the public schools, and I think it takes a lot of courage to stand up and give that kind of message. That those things on you, here you are, very pretty women, and to take the time to just strip yourself down and tell us the story.
Well, also, if I may just take that comment and just say, it's thanks to people like Greenwich Library that fund these shows. That's what makes them happen. So.
It's where we live. The story is full. So thank you.
And just speaking about Greenwich Library, it's folks like you who give, to the friends of Greenwich Library that allows this to happen. So, thank the people of Greenwich.
Do you know if this play was translated into other languages or produced?
Yes, it has. It's being performed probably right this very minute all over the world. I don't know how and how many venues, but it was written by Donald Marvel. He's an English first.
Do you know if it was produced in France at all?
I don't know. Do you happen to know? I wouldn't be surprised. Because I know for a fact that it's been produced all over the world, and has been translated. So I'm pretty sure it's probably been in France.
Okay, we know the perfect actress to play the role of Sarah.
She related to you?
No, she's not, but she's very well known. Sandrine Kiberlin. A movie's coming out with her recently. She's been in a lot of movies. What was the one about the school teacher?
Mademoiselle Chambon.
Did you see that? Mademoiselle Chambon?
No.
She's in the featured in the New York Times yesterday because of the Toronto Festival. But her love is to be a stage actress, and she's perfect for the role of Sarah.
I would ask her.
I
She
will.
probably knows if it's
We
been
have
produced or being produced.
I have a question about the prep work that you did. It's a very, very heavy material. I'm sure that it was not easy to do the research, but were there any news sources that you found yourself using, or anything in particular that triggered doing the moment?
I'm going to give that one to you.
Well, I did try to speak with a couple of journalists, so that was one thing I did. When we're looking at pictures on my computer, I've got real war photos on my computer. I had to have them because I needed to know for myself that I had pictures that I had taken and what they were like, and and to be desensitized to it, actually. So there was a little bit of research that I had done in terms of learning how to use a camera properly, because I'm not a photographer, and trying to understand what it is about a journalist who would put themselves in that position.
And, I just had to sort of think about how we're just going to translate this into a 90-minute production, because the play is 2 hours, and so making that work was sort of something that haunted me for a long time.
It worked. A comment and a question. Robin, when you were up there playing, I was sure I was seeing Holly Hunt in that role. I really.
Holly Hunter, did you say?
Holly Hunt?
Well, she didn't do it on Broadway, though.
No, she didn't.
But you just didn't.
Oh, yeah. And you all.
You say I remind you of Holly Hunt?
Oh, absolutely. I thought I was watching.
All right, thank you.
And there was a piano right
No.
How going to do this again somewhere else?
Yeah, we have 16 more shows to do. This is actually our opening.
You're our first.
Yeah, this is the first.
This is your first?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did you say Elmhurst?
No, I said you were our first.
Oh, you were our first. Oh, would you? Where will you be performing again? We'd recommend your performance.
Well, we will be in Stamford at some point. I don't have the schedule in my head, but if you go to the website that's mentioned in the program, we're going to be in Norwalk, and then we're going to be all over Westchester County and beyond.
Thank you.
That's why I cast her.
I know who. I know who you're talking about. Get that little Texas drawl in there. She's a Texan. Ah, there we go. Really? Now I'm surprised. I think with my clothes off, I was like, all right.
I know somebody in the audience who does a great impression of Helen Hunt, but I'm not going to point them out.
All right, now I can dive.
Anybody else?
I have a question. I think the role of Mandy is a really difficult part because she is kind of the everyman of the play, very much in terms of the way that you receive information. And I was wondering, for you, what was your greatest challenge in preparing for the role and the way that she's written?
That I identified entirely more with Sarah's character. That was the single biggest challenge. That me personally, that Sarah's character resonates a lot more with how I would feel in myself, and then, taking on this character was like learning a really big lesson, and was really valuable. And to do it well, I had to believe what I was saying. And by the time I was able to do it well, I did believe what I was saying. So the challenge was accepting the powerful truth in what Mandy was doing and saying, and that she is that every man, every person type of position, she does sort of take that role, but there's truth and value to it, and owning that and being okay with it, and not seeing myself as stupid, or not seeing the character as stupid, because she's not. And she might play stupid, but she's not at all stupid. And that was a big challenge, to be really light, really carefree, really fun, a delight, guileless, open, but still sort of be really on point about what she's saying. And the other piece was owning the role of a woman who wanted to have a child and found empowerment and a sense of purpose and a sense of self in having a child and not having a career. And in today's society, that's a big thing for women, to either balance both or figure out which one they really want, and still feeling like they're being taken seriously by other women, especially if they decide to be a mother. So that was a big thing, because, like I said, I really identified with Sarah's role in my day-to-day. So it was a great role to play for that reason. Thanks for asking.
You did it so beautifully.
Yes.
Thanks.
What prompted you to decide to select this play? Or
That,
whoever selected it?
My daughter took me to see it several years ago. I'd actually forgotten
Not
it
that
for
you
a while.
remembered.
Yeah. And then I remembered it, and Belinda's always coming after me because this is like the 8th play I've directed. And then I remember the play, and I remember Laura Linney's fantastic performance, and I'm thinking, are we going to be able to pull this off with one, because of obviously the special effects, which you may not be able to see in this big space, but she's covered from head to toe. And
I'm going to uncover myself right now by the keep talking.
So there was that, and Donald Marley's I am a huge fan of. I've done 2 of his other plays before, and I've directed 2 of his other plays, and I always have a tough time cutting his work. And so I knew, the first thing I said to myself, first I got to see if I can cut this down for 2 hours and still make it good. And then I knew from the beginning, and we've had some goings on about this. In lots of productions with M&M, because of the audience, we cut out all the curse words. And this was not a play. I couldn't see myself excising all the curse words from this play. I mean, these are 2 wartime journalists. They live in New York, for God's sake. So they're not going to suddenly have clean mouths.
Fuck that shit.
So we had some goings on about that, and Melinda and I, and we compromised a little bit, and we left a lot of the language in, as you found, and probably at some of the other venues we'll make an announcement ahead of time and warn people. I think Greenwich is a lot more sophisticated. And you get down to New York a lot, so you're used to that sort of thing. But a lot of the audiences that we're going to cater to might be offended, or may be offended by just the meat of the show. So we just have to forewarn them a little bit.
Because it was staged as a comedy, and it wasn't. I mean, to the comedy, you then introduced the powerful message, I think.
Yeah. It's a real 1-2 punch.
Yeah.
Yes, it was a punch.
Yeah.
It's good.
Thank you.
Thanks. Anybody else?
Hi.
Enjoyed it very much. I'm wondering, as a non-actor, and I know that my friends here that they're not actors, can you give us a sense, or like a timetable? When you start rehearsing, do you just do particular scenes, and then when do you do a full rehearsal? So how long does it all take?
Pete, that's for you.
That's for me. I don't remember exactly the dates and all that, but I think we got the end of spring. I forget what was it, June?
Yeah, we
got
had
the scripts.
Initial meeting.
We had an initial meeting. We do the read through of the entire script. Everyone sitting down and doing that, and then rehearsals started in July. And we just broke it down basically scene by scene. Start there. And then just eventually, after a few weeks, once we get our feet going, and just sort of put it all together, and we'll see how it gels.
And about how many times a week did you meet to rehearse?
Was it 3 or 4? 3.
On the average.
That was pretty easy going.
Right.
I'd like to think so.
So besides the script and the direction, this involved 4 times, maybe 30, roughly 30.
No, we probably rehearsed, I think in the end we rehearsed maybe 19 times.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know about that,
Wow.
right? Maybe 20, I don't know. Some got cut and some got rearranged. Maybe, but certainly not more than 21 at top tops.
Because of this professionalism of the guy.
Well, when I'm doing an M&M show, I get to pick my actors. We don't tend to have auditions. And so the first call I made was to this gal right here, Helen Hunt. Got her on board, and then she and I talked and said, who'd be great opposite you? And we both thought of Pete, because we think he's fabulous. And the hard part was actually finding a great Mandy, because there were a couple gals that I know who have been terrific, and they weren't available. And then I had to start making lots of calls, and I had to audition people, and actually Theo.
Thank you. Oh my God.
I didn't know Theodora. She was my last audition, and her mom's in the audience somewhere. Oh, there you are. And, you know, it was like 5 minutes in, I said, well, we're good.
So you're your own casting director?
Yes.
You consider this a comedy?
No.
To me, it's very, very deep story, and the Mandy character is the character because she changes the rest of them in the sense that everybody ends up becoming a piece of her.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's fantastic. I mean,
she has that influence.
She's Chinese, she's all these things. And then how Sarah has this dream about this woman with the blood and everything. I mean, she becomes a feeling person. I don't think that they are not feeling, but the way the world puts these people, the editor, the photographer, the journalist, making a living out of looking objectively at things. And here's this woman who is a human being. I thought the play was fantastic. I was disappointed that nobody wrote anything about Donald Margulis in the
Yeah.
But that's maybe not, you're not maybe involved in the writing of the
Well, I sometimes get to write director's notes, but I knew that there wasn't going to be space in this program, and
But he's definitely worth looking up and
yeah,
seeing his other
fantastic.
shows.
He lives in
writer.
up in New Haven.
Yeah. Now, when you cut the work that he's written, do you have to have permission from him?
Yes, that's not my department, but the producer is supposed to get complete permission for making adjustments to make it work in a library.
But you make the suggestions for how it should be.
Yeah, I'm the person who decides what gets cut and what stays in, and like just as an example, I don't really know until late in the rehearsal process whether we're going to make it to an hour and a half. You know, when I cut something, I get an idea. I think it's going to work in 90 minutes, but I don't often know, and then we have to adjust pacing and just make sure it's going to fit. And this actually came in a little bit under. And then there was a point where, in my initial draft, that scene with the flashback about her breakdown later in the play, I did not have that in because it was in a scene that I actually excised. And it was just bugging me, and we talked about it, and I decided to put it back in and make it work somehow. We turned it into a dream. I just thought it was important that...
Was that dream based on a real experience that she had? Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you feel the play has lost from being cut?
Say again?
Do you think the play lost significance or impact from being cut?
I hope not. I mean, I hope it doesn't lose a lot.
What do you think? I mean...
Well,
I see the full version just recently at Hartford TV.
Oh, you did? Yeah.
My good friend Kate Handy. And I don't feel that anything was lost in the cut today.
Great.
Feel the deep magnitude of your performance. So I personally don't think anything was lost in the cut. I mean, you really didn't cut too much. I mean, or didn't feel it that. It worked out.
it was probably about a good 30 minutes.
Wow. Yeah. I didn't feel it that.
I'm glad you put the flashback in, back in, didn't cut that, because since I've seen the play and I know that the prison, that she was so
Right,
at the
right.
prison that was I got worried that wasn't, and so when she came out, she had a dream, and pleased that you found a way to.
I just thought it was important to really see how Mandy may have gotten to her, or just kind of see that softer side of you know, in honesty, Robin and I had a lot of give and take about that because she wasn't sure it was going to work, and how are we going to transition into the next part of the scene where she starts saying, you know, I read what you wrote on your laptop, and but I don't know, I'm happy.
We've made it work. Yeah, I hope.
When did you decide you wanted to be in it, not just director?
Hey, when did Melinda decide?
Oh, when did Melinda decide that I should be in it as well as director?
Yeah, you make that's a choice. Melinda decided, not you.
Melinda, the producer.
She
when we were auditioning, she said, I don't know, halfway through the casting process, she jokingly said to me, you really should do this. And I had pretty much at that point given up acting. I just really wanted to direct. And then she wrote me into doing this other play, 33 Variations, earlier in the year. And so I said, maybe. I've directed and acted in 2 other Eminem shows before, and I have made it work. So it's truly more thanks to these folks than anything, because I'm sure it has to be hard as actors to look at you, at me, and say, well, you are one of us. You can't just play director. It's tough. I got to wear 2 different hats.
There was many times when, especially with me, because he'd be on stage acting, and then he'd need me to do something different, so he'd have to switch into director mode, but I wouldn't know that was coming. So he'd be all lovey-dovey on me and then push me, and I'd be like, I can't stay in character if you're pushing.
We can find out where the performances are going to be on the website.
Yes, they are there.
Stanford. Do you know where you're doing in Stanford?
I don't remember Stanford offhand.
October 13th.
Wow.
At the Ferguson Theater.
There you go. Okay. Sorry?
Oh.
Good one, too. Thank you all so very much.